Hello everyone, how good of you to join. Welcome back to our little village that we have in front of us, that we are now in the process also of making a bit more beautiful, as it is a growing Madison, our dreary metropolis at the moment, but it's not going to stay this way. It's not going to stay this way. One thing that we want to do, so we laid out some foundations in the last episode, right, with the big monuments in the center of it. And one thing that I would like to do now is I would like to build up a second bigger town, and that would be the advancement of Totenkopf here. So we already have a nice foundation in Totenkopf, right, that we only want to boost at this point. The cool thing about Totenkopf is that we have our schnapps production here as well, so we get the potato fertility that we can only increase here. So by I'm going to increase this now by 2 more fields, and then we can essentially have 2 more schnapps distilleries, and this will just work fine. By the way, let's just make it paved here, so the transportation times as always are as low as possible. And another thing then for Totenkopf would be the fish, but we have 2 fisheries at the moment. That's working fine, but that's going down now anytime soon. We have the marketplace just fine here too, and a nice little church right here in the center of it all. Oh, by the way, I need to be really cautious there about my battleships. I don't want to lose any of them at this point. And look at that, Princess Ching is actually nesting. She's trying to get settled on Lone Moon. Of course, that's not going to happen. So my ship Rogue is going to take this island once the timer runs out. I might actually send a second battleship over there, because I'm not sure how big her fleet is going to be that she sends. I don't think a lot of ships though, as I think she's lost a bit of steam there. And she's not really catching up anymore with anything. Perhaps doesn't have the resources or whatever. Let's continue then with Totenkopf. I'm going to need primarily workforce here, right? So this is why I'm doing the expansion of this next town, so that we can start upgrading more people in Madison, essentially, which is a pretty big goal. And also we are running out of space in Madison anyway. And then it's just perfect that we have another island with so much space where we can just, you know, spread our wings over there. And yeah, we definitely will need to do some readjustment there of the road layout as well. So there we got those guys and those guys. Beautiful location here. Definitely not on the cheap side. Oh, and hello Sean there. Oh no, it's Anno, of course. Didn't expect you to come by to my Totenkopf, but I guess it makes sense, right? The Skull Island. Okay, that wasn't my best one. We continue with the marketplace. The pub is reaching fine. I'm still going ahead with a second pub then over here. And the cool thing about Totenkopf is with this river, we can just have a nice looking city on both sides of the river there, right? So getting a bridge over.
A ship was destroyed.
All right. My ship was destroyed out of nowhere. I don't know, it was a battleship, and I guess there was a sea mine, because there's really nothing else, and certainly not a privateer warship that takes it down. That still baffles me up to this point. I mean, right, they are standing still. There is no way they move. And how can it get destroyed? Like, is there a sea mine being planted right below it? Like 2, 3 sea mines at once, and then it just gets wrecked? It looks like it. It looks like it. And the Admiral is also starting to annoy me. This just never really gets comfortable here, does it? Alright, we get another cargo ship out, and I will need to build another battleship now again, unfortunately. We're not at war with the pirate, right? No, we're not. For a second it looked like it. Next cargo ship, that's down here from the Admiral. The blockade is still holding up, so we're just going to move my battleships now down here, taking down those ships, hopefully. And in that case, I guess, another cargo ship. And this one here we're going to replace. Holy cow, lots of cargo ships at the moment are gone. Also, my Kauchuk once again is out. We definitely will need to get the ship on board with that.
Ship under attack.
Yeah, but just look at that. It's just crazy how little damage they really take. This one. Yeah, there's... I don't know. I mean, the sea mines are out here. It is insane having the sea mines there. That is just pure mobbing. There is no other explanation for that. Putting all these sea mines here, Admiral, you're going to regret this one deeply, more than Princess Jing, I think. And I mean, it's a lot of talk, right? But I know they're going to suffer for that. We still only have 176 windows, so I can't do that much over there for now with the palace that I would like to build. Alright, at least that ship is down. Perhaps we find some interesting loot. From time to time there might be something. Yeah, canister shot. Alright. A nice bonus, but that's it. I need to get my ships back home now and hope they make it. Right, let's just get them here at the edge of my island. Getting them over. 7 more minutes. We need to be very careful about that. And then we can just happily continue here with the great city of Totenkopf, that is. And on the other side we can do the same thing. So right over there, probably some blocks of houses. They will get the perfect coverage there still. From the marketplace and everything. I mean, we already have quite the nice farmer workforce here. Yeah, let's make this row there complete as well. Just going to build them over that to the other side. Very good. And here perhaps a couple more. That's 500 farmers, and we can definitely upgrade a few of them to workers, right? So that we get the workers around the church. Here perhaps. And the only thing we now need to do is build the commute piers. We don't have them yet. There they are. They cost me a few more steel beams though. Of course there's always something missing. Like, it's impossible that just for once I do have the required materials right in place. Very good. And at least my fleet is still alive. And yeah, that battleship is going to take a while. And I think swing machines is actually looking good, even though there has been a trade just happened now. Very, very good. That means we are producing enough swing machines again. There's also enough iron ore and coal ore coming in, so we can still continue producing more steel. And that is just running fine. Also, the light bulbs are going up again. Glad to see that. The only thing that's a bit of a problem now is the fur coats, because we lost the cotton trader. And the caoutchouc trader is more important, right? Because the fur coats, that's basically just a couple of artisans that we would lose with that. But the penny file things, that's like 12, 15k on the balance if we're not careful enough. So I definitely need to keep this one working. That's the urgent thing here. Now, there we have the resources. And let's just go ahead now for real, have the commute pier. It's going to be a bit of a tricky thing here though, so we will need to get rid of the fisherman there. Newspaper guy, yep, we can keep the Alliance of Civilized Nations newspaper. I'm just going ahead here with the 30 consumption still, and then some 5 happiness, and that's just basically our current propaganda, right? Toning down on the 5 happiness would be my next goal, so that we save a bit more influence on that part. Let's get rid of the 2 fishermen there. I'm going to have them on the other side, even though of course they are likely to be destroyed from time to time. But they're producing fish in the meantime, and that's the important thing. Now, this one is going to be a bit tricky. Let's move these cannons over. And we really don't have a lot of space here. That should work. It's just a road here. There you go. Perfect. We got the first commute pier. And just over here. And then I will need a second one, and that we'll have in Madison. Once again, I do have my fisheries here that I probably can get rid of. Those 2. And instead, we're going to have the commute pier on that side then too. There's the road once again. That's it. There you go. And we have a shared workforce now. Very, very good. That's just going to be a huge bonus to us, because with that shared workforce we can now finally upgrade more people in Madison directly, and boy, we get lots of people that we would like to upgrade. Not so much the artisans at the moment, even though it's tempting, not so much the engineers, But a couple more artisans, right, over there. We can afford that. And lots of workers for now. So these guys here, we can go ahead with. That block we can go ahead with. And probably over there as well. A couple of them.
I've no complaints.
There's a school missing. I would just keep them like that, I think. Yeah, but that's it anyway, right? We got lots of farmers though where we can still upgrade. That is probably something that we can do over here. Over here. And over here. That we're growing into all directions from the city center. Perhaps here a couple more. We'll have enough. There you go. That was some nice upgrading, and once again I'm just waiting there to see how it also then affects the consumption. Now seriously, this is taking way longer than expected. Is this running down slower?
Ship under attack.
Loading station.
My fried plantain battleship still doing a decent job, and the cow truck is working again as well. We've also lost another rum trader in the last episode. Yeah, and the cotton is completely out at the moment. Coffee though? Where's my coffee? There is my coffee. It's still working. All 3 ships are live. What are the odds? All 3 ships.
Your harbor is under attack.
That's just a battle cruiser that kind of like got confused. The wrong coordinates. Okay, but finally it is time once again. There you go. And we can take it over now. At least if there's nothing else badly happening now to us. Auspicious Isle belongs to us again. Or is it Lone Moon now? I think it's Lone Moon. And there is no ships of Princess Jing anywhere to be seen. I think she has quite a lot of trouble here in the old world now. Let's conquer it. Back home again. There you go. Perhaps there's some nice items. Oh yeah, Sacred Blue Lily. It is.
I beg you to consider what disgrace would fall upon
And that's it. Let's get the battleships to my other fleet.
Ship under attack.
Oh, and there's also been a big ship destroyed. Was it my ship? It was probably my ship.
Your harbor is under attack.
Nope, it seems like it was an attack. We might have a chance at some good items here. Not really. Alright. Just some penny file things, but that's it. Nothing out of the ordinary. Next battleship's coming in. Next one is coming out soon, and then the cargo ship. And yeah, well, what we could do now here essentially in the center is start building the palace, right? It's going to take a while anyway with those windows, but we can start ahead with the first module right there in the city center. And this actually pushes us to a fair metropolis. That's just a very good start overall. That we finally can do something there. And then we could push the modules on either side step by step as long as we have some resources. And boy, is it expensive, but it's going to be also powerful to us. And let's finish the northern side of it for now, right? That's what we can do. So at least here we got something. And yeah, as we can see, with that we can almost reach all of it here in the city center at least. And do we have all of the policies available now? No. So the Department of Administration would be my first one. 50 island workforce per town hall. So there is a bit of it coming in. And of course the main town hall center then is working on that too. And that's really it. I don't have a lot of other things unlocked for it now. I need to get a few more modules out, right? And we do need a bit more attractiveness. That's the primary thing here. We are a bit too low on that. So this is where I'm probably going to use some of these cool items that reduce the attractiveness penalty. And I think the first trade union, yeah, would be free, right? The first trade union, we don't need to pay anything for that. And Capital News unveiling the Palace Herald's government's ambition for more efficient lawmaking. And this trade union, we can definitely have then here where we have all these foundries. Right, that would be a nice boost then to the negative or the penalty that we have there. And by the way, I think we can completely stop with the weapon production for now. Right, they're paused. Alright, when they're paused, they're not polluting anything anyway. Steelworks. And I think also These guys here are having a huge penalty there too, right? So these rendering works and soap factories, that might be another job that I could do. Next battleship out, perfect. So now we got the 6 of them together again, and let's just destroy that area there once more. And with a bit of influence, let's purchase the next admiral's share as well.
Ship under attack.
We can also build another trade post. Or yes. Oh, that's just my fisherman once more. Let's build another export office here for the docklands. That gives me another trade contract that we can do. We have the soap, of course. With the soap, we have a lot of value, right? And I could continue saving space somehow, or workforce, which would be another one of my biggest problems now beside the space. Let's just have a look at what we could actually get here. The caoutchouc, of course, is tempting, but we do have that production now up and running. So, yeah. But seeing how low grain still is after all this time, I might just use some of my soap for a bit of grain to come in, at least for now. We should have a nice ratio there, 1 to 2. That's actually not good. But let's go ahead. 200 soaps we can trade for 370 tons of grain. That's at least something. The artisans are not particularly happy right now. I think that's because of the beer. Oh, yes, and also, this district here, for example, doesn't have a variety theater there yet, right? So it's completely out. And we might just need to push more variety theaters, especially here to this area. But I will need to get rid of some buildings here first. What we might get rid of is the marketplace there, because we don't really need that anymore. We have a marketplace here for these guys, and that's at the end of it. So let's get rid of this one. Right, and instead I'm going to have a nice variety theater then in that spot, so we can just nicely squeeze in. Once I have the windows, that's going to make the artisans and also I think the engineers, yes, and also the engineers in this area very happy. And the same thing could be applied then to those guys up there, right? They still have the theater though, but they do lack a church, so that is something that we could do for this area. Let's move the police station.
Resume the attack, or your siege will end.
And then I'm just going to get rid of some of those workers here.
Ship constructed.
These guys there mostly. And probably I will also need to move a couple of them. Let's get rid of those farmers there. I mean, we have now plenty of farmer workforce really. So there's no need to save every single farmer building from now on, right? We have everything for that. And there's the church. That we can build right away though. It's cheap. Right, that should provide a bit of additional happiness. Yes, there you go. For a content population at least. And since we have 42 tons of windows, let's also build that variety theater now. And that will add some more happiness to the artisans. There you go. And they're actually now neutral at least. And also the engineers are going up again. That was pretty important overall, building those houses there. And for this one, let's have some flower beds right next to it, right? So here, up to the entrance, and then here up to this entrance there, because there's still this entrance that I always like to use as well, in addition, for this building. Okay, the heavy coal permit is something that I like a lot. All ironworks and foundries, productivity 40%, attractiveness 40%. And then production buildings, income per house. Nah, it's not really something that we would need. This one's a pretty good item here. Happiness plus 12, workforce plus 10%, and chance of rise is reduced. So it's a flat out increase for everything. I think we can use this one in addition to the other 40% boost that we have. So I don't think they counter each other. Yes, it's getting even more nasty now out there because Princess Jing and Miss Hunt are both working together now to destroy my ships. So both of their ships, or both of their fleets here are now combined here, taking down those trade ships. That is really nasty overall, so we will need to think about something there. I've got the number of battleships now, right? So we could theoretically, of course, destroy them. So we could get the blockade going for us in our favor, and I think that might be a safe bet. The problem though is this area there. How much damage would it get? I think the most damage we get out of this channel is with the sea mines. So I'm going to get these ships now to the new wall, honestly, because the new wall is just so important that we have the stable trade routes there. So first of all, down here and then over there. I'm going to move my battleships now, and we're stopping this blockade for now temporarily. And it's really just about the sea mines. Please don't go through that area here. Oh god. No damage so far. Right. Just bring me honor, please. Somehow. Right, next cargo ships are out, and also my items are in, and also, since we're not building that many battleships anyway at the moment, let's sell 100 tons of advanced weapons and also some steam motors there, 100 tons of that. We need to make a bit more money. And another cargo ship is out, very good, so we can replace those destroyed ones pretty soon. And where is the caoutchouc? It's taking forever for the caoutchouc to come in. There's the caoutchouc. Right, going through that channel here once more. Of course, the ships are getting a bit damaged there with this harbor artillery, but not by a whole lot. So we should be fine with that, at least for now. The caoutchouc is so important. We don't have any penny file things at the moment, and we feel that on the balance.
Ship under attack.
And as we can see, there is some damage coming in now. But those ships should be doing fine, especially the cargo ship. Yeah, it's nasty. I will need to do also the caoutchouc trading via Totenkopf, I think. Yeah. I'm going to re-edit this route here to use it via Totenkopf. And then we'll need to think about a way for the oil, right? Because the oil also needs to be saved by now. We have the demand for it. And as we can see, it's going up at the moment.
Flagship at your service.
Alright, let's sell the advanced weapons and the steam motors. That's 1.6 million. Thank you very much. Let's get the ship back home again.
Ship under attack.
And then I can use now my items for these ones here. And yes, this actually boosted us to the next level there right away. Fair Metropolis. And also the productivity is increased by 40%. So this is a really powerful item overall. I might actually, let's just see, move the fire station for now. We could hopefully move the... Oh, actually, we can get rid of one of the furnaces there, right? Because we are boosting them so much anyway. And with that, I get even more attractiveness out of that. It's just really important overall. And since it's affecting all steel productions, I could also move the bicycle over to this location and the steel furnaces to this location there. How can we make this one work? I will need to move those guys first into nothingness. Sorry, pals. Then I'm going to use that one. Yeah, it's the space. That's the problem here. Let's see if we can do this. Would be amazing if this is workable. I'm going to make this one a bit longer. Nah, are you kidding me? One more slot. There you go. Now we got them in here as well, so they will also hopefully be affected by that. Yes, very good. And we can get these areas there back home again, right? So that one. And then this one. There you go. Squeezing this one in nicely. And this one we just need to make narrow so that we have the road connection here still working. But overall, all of that is working now. We got lots of attractiveness back in. Can we do something with that now? I don't think so. I think we haven't reached the next level yet. Oh god. That's going to be another tricky one now. I'm getting the attractiveness up. Right? Yeah. And this one. Caoutchouc. I'm going to do this. And my fleet will also now move towards Tombola first, and then we're going to wreak some havoc in the New World. Stay tuned.